Kayfabe Hade Radio. Today, my TNA Impact review for April 4th, 2024. I understand it is a little bit late, but there's not a lot of TNA Impact content out there, so I figured I could sit on this one for a little bit before I put it out. Anyways, show opens with Mustafa Ali versus Rhino. Sorry Rhino, but age looks like it's really starting to catch up to you. You're as round as you are tall at this point. Apparently this is an old school rules match, which means there are no rules, and it shows in Philadelphia, so you gotta get that ECW pop, especially with Rhino in the match. Spills to the outside, Rhino starts throwing chairs and trash cans in the ring. Ali gets Rhino down in the corner, hits coast to coast with a trash can for a near fall. Crowd starts chanting for tables, Rhino obliges. Rhino sets up the table in the corner. He goes for a gore. Ali steps out of the way. Rhino puts himself through the table. Ali pins him afterwards. Just a quick short match. Get a pop from the crowd with the ECW original there. This becomes a trend on this show. At least the first half of the show. Yeah, not much of a match there. Predictable, easy. Get the crowd a little hyped up at the beginning. Up next, Hammerstone has a promo where he's asked if he's afraid of Josh Alexander. He grabs at the cameraman and keeps talking, even though it's really hard to hear because he's not speaking into a microphone at this point. Anyway, he just seems to get angry and he ends up putting the cameraman in the torture rack. It's a short segment to further the Hammerstone Alexander stuff. One of the matches I'm most looking forward to in the future of TNA Impact. Up next, the Rascals have an open challenge to any tag team. Of course, it being Philadelphia, you got to think, okay, what ECW team is going to come out? Who's available? Who's alive? Which is ironic because the FBI, the full-blooded Italians, answer the challenge. The FBI music hits. Fans don't really seem to care as much as I think TNA would have liked them to. Little Guido Maritato is there, but I don't know who the other two guys are with him. I think it's more of a new FBI type thing. Well, obviously Tracy Smothers, RIP, and I have no idea what Tony Mamaluke's doing these days, but hey, Guido's there. He was kind of the most important guy, in my opinion, of that group. Anyway, Guido isn't even wrestling, so I'm very disappointed in this match. Didn't really take notes after finding this out. I was just sad. One guy's apparently JWoww's husband. Too bad she wasn't there. I might have actually paid attention to this match. Anyways, the Rascals win, which was obvious from the beginning. It's a quick thrown together open challenge thing. Get the crowd, pop the crowd. Up next, Chris Bay versus Frankie Kazarian. Chris Bay uses his speed early. Kazarian catches Bay, trying to fly, grounds him quick. Kazarian with a corner backstabber to take control. Hits his spring back leg drop thing he always does for a 2 count. Bay recovers with a lot of strikes, top rope forearm and a spine buster. Slingshot DDT from Bay. Frankie gains control, hits slingshot cutter. Kazarian grabs a chain and Ace Austin takes it, but Frankie does old school Eddie Guerrero. Has the ref thinking Ace Austin actually hit him. Back in the ring, Frankie hits a low blow and fade to black. Kazarian wins. Don't really know what to say about this match. Honestly, I like Chris Bay a little more. I think Frankie's more of a have a good match for the guy over guy in my eyes these days. But Chris Bay's also more of a tag team guy with Ace Austin, so I don't know. Surprising outcome, but cool. Kazarian won. Awesome. We get hype videos and predictions from the members of the roster for the main event, the Alex Shelley Nick Nemeth match, which honestly is the only reason I paid attention to this show and wanted to review it. After some people make their predictions on the main event, Khan responds to PCO is challenge. It says he wants a Monsters Ball match. That match is made for next week. Up next, Ash by Elegance goes one-on-one with Zaya Brookside. This bored me. I was really bored with this match. Up until the point where there was a baseball slide that clearly connected. It was just a straight drop kick to the face. Followed by a pointless cartwheel on the floor. I don't know why you're just doing cartwheels. Alright, cool, whatever. Zaya makes a comeback. There's a clothesline that clearly misses, but it's sold anyway. Zaya gets champagne thrown in her face, and Ash rolls her up for the win. That's all I wrote about this match. Nothing special, nothing, it wasn't even good. Really, it was just, yay, Ash by Elegance, whatever. Ace Austin and Chris Bay are in the back arguing, most likely about the outcome of the earlier Kazarian match. AJ Francis and Rich Swann interrupt. I'm already sick of this whole first class pairing. It doesn't even make sense. AJ Francis is all around brutal. I don't know why he even gets TV time. Like, it's got to be his size. He has that wrestling eye appeal of size, but he's got nothing else. He's just awful. Anyway, to the main event. The only reason this show's worth anything. Alex Shelley versus Nick Nemeth. I like both guys worked for a very long time. Stalemate mat wrestling to start, which makes sense. Nemeth with the collegiate background, Shelley's a technical wrestler. Shelley works the arm early. Action spills to the floor. Shelley uses the ring post to continue working the arm. Nemeth sends Shelley into the ring post and then back into the ring. Super kick attempt. Shelley counters, chop blocks the knee. Dragon screw, figure four follows. Now he went from working the arm to working the leg. Great technical wrestling here. Nick Nemeth gets a rope break on the figure four. He then takes over with 9 elbow drops. The 10th is blocked. Shelley gets his knees up. Tornado DDT and Border City stretch attempt from Shelley. Nemeth gets the ropes. They both attempt their finishers. They both counter each other. Eventually, Nemeth tries again. He connects with his finish for the victory. Great match. Highly recommend. If you're not watching TNA Impact, to at least go watch this match. It's free. It is free on their YouTube channel in its entirety. I think it's 21, 22 minutes. Great match. Highly recommended. The only thing that was remotely good on this episode of Impact. So yeah, that is my review of TNA Impact, April 4th, 2024. This has been Kayfabe Hade Radio.